Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. Listen, I know I've said this a number of times in emails and in videos, but I really think it's important during this time where you're spending a lot of your time and a lot of your day moving from one room of the house to the next to take off a book off of the shelf and to really spend some time inside your head, living through a different character and enjoying some of the things that you can enjoy when you find a good book to settle up with. Years ago, I used to teach 7th grade, and I had an English language arts class. We used to do literature circles. And during the literature circles, I would design, I thought, fantastic questions, earth-shattering book club discussion questions. And then I would go from group to group to group, and my favorite would be a kind of pretend you're in another character kind of question, and I would ask, why might this character think this, or say this, or do this kind of an activity? And I would get sometimes children who would say, well, I don't know, ask him. How should I know why he would do this? And fair enough. I think that when you're in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, a lot of times you think about why you might do something, but you don't want to maybe take a risk with your peers, your teacher, about why a character might do something. So I wanted to discuss today, as I'm encouraging you to read, a skill that's important to have. And that skill is the ability to recognize common themes and common actions that are happening in stories. And whether this is Green Eggs and Ham or The Hunger Games, you're going to start to see stories through a lens if you read and interpret the stories by connecting to very popular kinds of themes. The first I'll talk about is how when you're reading a story, any kind of a journey usually has 5 key components, right? The first would be that we have to have a person who's taking the journey. This would be the person who's on his or her quest, okay? And they would have to have a place to go, okay? There would be the reason that that person is going on that journey, right? At least the stated reason. Then there would be some trials and some tribulations, a dragon, a metaphorical dragon. And then there would be the actual reason that they went on that journey. And I mentioned the Hunger Games, and for those of you who are familiar with that story, Katniss would be the person who's taking this quest, and the stated reason that she's on this quest is to participate in a really brutal reality TV show. That's exactly the stated reason that she's going on this quest. But we who have read that story, we all know that the actual reason that she went on that quest was a lot deeper than that. It was about challenging the government in which she and the rest of the people in the world found themselves in. It was also about how maybe a criticism of reality TV and popular culture. So as you're reading your books, and again, it could be anything, start to think about who's taking the quest, what the obvious answer is for why they're taking this quest, what are some of the obstacles that they face, some of the barriers, some of the challenges, who is taking place of the mythical dragon. And then at the end of the story, I want you to think about, if you had to, what would be the real reason that that character took that quest or that journey? It'll make reading your books a little bit more fun, and you'll start to recognize, again, no matter what you read, similar patterns, similar themes across all genres of literature. Thank you, everybody. Hope you had a great day, and have a great afternoon.